Belle Isle is a low, flat island with an average elevation of 2 feet above river level and is about 2.5 miles long and 1/2 mile wide. It is located in the Detroit River, just upstream from the city of Detroit's center. In the mid to late 1800s, every major city in America was developing a Grand City Park. New York started the race with Central Park in 1858. After that, 15 other major cities, including Boston, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Detroit, and Chicago, all developed a showcase park. Detroiters were equally proud of their city and very much wanted to show the rest of the nation that it was worthy of being included among the upper echelon of America's burgeoning municipalities. The city planners of the time were interested in making Detroit a part of the up-and-coming City Beautiful movement based on Haussmann's plans for Paris. In 1879, the City of Detroit Common Council, in an 18-7 vote, authorized the purchase of the island that would become Belle Isle Park from Mr. Compo for $200,000. This same year, a Commission for Parks and Boulevards was formed, and in 1883 hired Frederick Law Olmsted, America's leading landscape architect, to formally design the island park. Olmsted was less than pleased with the location choice for the park, and he wrote, "Conditions could not be more favorable to breeding and nursing of mosquitoes. The pools in September I found discolored and covered by bubbles and green scum, and there was putrescent organic matter on their borders. They are thus available to the propagation of typhoid, malarial, and other zymotic poisons. And it may be questioned whether the city is justified in allowing, not to say inviting, ignorant people and children to stay near them." Olmsted wanted to keep the majority of the park a manicured wilderness, thinning some trees and draining low swampy areas, creating canals to use for drainage and boating, also creating a central avenue to connect the island utilizing the western end for light development and an activity zone, and the heavily forested eastern end would remain wild. Central Avenue and the consolidated ferry docks would be built. Based on Olmsted's plans, from the moment visitors stepped off the boat, they went from a highly designed area of activities to the eastern side of the park that was left in a more natural state, including an old-growth forest that remains today. During this time, a Detroit news editor named Michael D. suggested an elaborate network of canals be dug, instead of going with Olmsted's gentle intervention, and the Parks Commission approved his idea, abandoning Olmsted's. And so, in the 1880s, work began on digging out the canals. In 1887, the first casino was completed, as well as the first canoe shelter. In 1889, a tarred timber trestle bridge connected the newly designed Grand Boulevard to Belle Isle. The new bridge allowed for an abundance of users, some of whom drove their new automobiles, and for many others, for whom the price of a ferry ride was not an option. Even during the Depression of the early 1890s, Belle Isle continued its building boom, with the city of Detroit hiring many of the 3,000 men out of work to dig Lake Muscogee, creating Riverbank Road with the excavated material. Also built during this time was Nashoe Creek, as well as Newsboy Fountain, the police station, the riding stables, and a pony ride concession. In 1894, the boat club was destroyed by a fire. In 1895, Deer Park was populated and the zoo was established. In 1899, the athletic field house is completed and a bicycle shelter is built. As rapid construction continued, the island was increasing its size and acreage yearly.